We have been getting reveal after reveal for current 2025 figures. We already had a list for 2026 figures, but on top of that, we have the first look at a list for 2027, which is just crazy, and I'm extremely excited about some of the ones on the list. But first, we're going to take a look at something new and exciting. So I'm only here for the mainline studio series, so mainly like all the movie figures, the Bayvers, the Rise of the Beast, all the movie figures is what I'm going to talk about. But there is something exciting here. It says there's no Age of the Primes Titan class in 2026, because Studio Series as a whole is getting its first Titan, which is really exciting. This figure could be for anything, so it's hard to know what it is yet. We don't know what the Titan class one is. We just know that it's going to exist in the Studio Series line, which is super exciting. But as we move on to 2027 news, the comics are being introduced as a new Studio Series subline. So I guess the Studio Series just isn't going to die out quite yet. They keep finding areas to add to the line, which is awesome. Now, of course, I'm here for Studio Series, not Age of the Primes. I am kind of sad to see yet again another year of no rescue bots. They did Chase, and now they're doing Heatwave, but there's no new rescue bot. There's none for 2026, and it looks like there's none for 2027 yet, which is sad. But now that brings us down into the list. The first one is that Titan class one, which is super exciting. But there again, not much we can talk about it because we don't know who. And then after that is Studio Series Roleplay. A lot of people have been saying Roleplay is a code name and isn't actually a figure, so there's going to be another Studio Series figure. We have no idea what it is, but there it is. Skipping the 86 stuff, Scourge? Poor Scourge was one of the weaker entries of Studio Series. I think that this should have been more of a mainline figure than a Studio Series, and I've always kind of said that. It was one of the weaker Studio Series entries for Rise of the Beast. But this isn't that old. I think there's a lot of them that they could redo from the past, but it doesn't say package refresh. I don't think it's going to be a package refresh of the Scourge. I think they're redoing Scourge already, which is crazy. It's a good thing. We get the best representation of some of the newer characters, but that is just shocking. I mean, this thing wasn't bad. It could have been a whole lot better and a whole lot more accurate. It wasn't horrible, but I'm just so surprised to see it on the list. Maybe it's an accident. Maybe it is just supposed to be a package refresh of the first one here, but if it's not, that confuses me. We'll find out. This brings us on to yet another Transformers Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. And yes, they did just do one. This is the Evasion Mode one. That's going to make a lot of you guys happy. I know it already. And continuing on with Transformers 4 Age of Extinction stuff, here we have Bumblebee. There again, we don't know. Is it that high-octane Bumblebee version or the non-high-octane Bumblebee version? We don't know yet, but it's good that they're continuing off with where they left off. They've kind of now entered some of the future movies. They've entered the Age of Extinction and The Last Night. I mean, we're not seeing any Dinobots or anything like that yet, but we're getting some of the main characters from these, which are good to see. It's the final movies that they really haven't touched yet, so always good to see that. Transformers 1 gets a new representative with Soundwave, continuing the cast from Transformers 1 movie. Always good to see. I'm surprised. They've really are taking their time releasing some of these. It's now going to be, well, by the time it's 2027, 2 years already. Or three years since, no, 2, 3. I can't do math. Time is of the essence. But they're taking their time releasing Transformers 1 figures. They didn't really have much of a mainline for that, but it's still taking Studio Series a while, which is good. I hope they're taking their time and doing it right the first time, unlike with, for example, Scourge that we just saw earlier. So hopefully it's a good one. So here you can see the comics start. That'll be good for those of you who care about the comics. But what I'm most excited about, what I'm actively peeing my pants on, is this one. It's a Leader Class Hound. Of course, Hound's my favorite figure. I'm extremely biased, but this makes me so happy. You know, they did... The Last Night mainline was the best version of Hound I think we have so far, but he should be bigger. He should be fatter. He's a fat ballerina. and a Voyager just doesn't quite do it. So I'm not surprised that it's a leader class. That makes me excited that it's going to be very accurate, which is good. It kind of confuses me, though, that it says Transformers 5, because a lot of the other ones have been Transformers 4, so why aren't they doing a Transformers Last Night instead of Age of Extinction? If all their other ones are Age of Extinction, are they eventually going to go back and do Age of Extinction Hound? Or are they only going to do Last Night Hound? That's a lot of rambling, but it's things I wonder, but I'm so excited. I mean, right now it's just text on a screen. I can't get too excited until we actually get to see images of it and know that it's going to be good. But it's a Hound incoming. No matter what, I'm going to probably want it. And then the last Bayverse is Leader Megatron from The Last Night. Of course, this was the original mainline Voyager, not Leader. But I don't know. I was kind of expecting maybe Studio Series to just do a repaint of this original Last Night one, because I thought this one was clean. It didn't have much of a backpack. It was really good. If they would have just spruced it up with some paint like they did for like the Last Night Drift, for example, I thought this could have been good. But no, they're already taking that Voyager and bumping it up to a Leader. So I'm guessing it's gonna be a whole new mold and all that, which I guess is more exciting. We'll see how much better it is than this one. And then the last one is an 86 one, but I thought it was funny because the other day we just finally got the images of the 86 Megatron, and already we have a listing for a re-release of that Megatron with different colors. That's kind of a slap in the face. Just a little bit. It's a little bit of a slap in the face. But, oh my gosh, I am excited for 2027. I know when we found out about the 2026 list, even though it's like some 86 Studio Series anniversary, I was really disappointed that we were only getting one new Transformers Bayverse. Well, this year fixes it. 2027 is the year to look forward to. We got to get through 2026, and then 2027, oh my gosh, I'm excited. But with that, that's my 2 cents on it. Like I said, it's only words on the screen. We can't really know much more until we actually see them, which is the hard part. But like I said, at any rate, I can't wait. Tell me what you're most looking forward to from this list in the description below. Or not description, how about comments? That might work a little better. But with that, see you next time. Adios.